Okay. So I think the biggest thing I want to do is some C++ practice. So we'll kind of continue where we left off yesterday. So let's see here. I want to practice all the different C++. I want to practice some data structures. Sorry. So I'm just gonna do some kind of basic warm-ups. So how's it going? Hey, how's it going, Kale? I think I saw you in Pseudo Love Me Baby stream. I might be wrong. But I was like, hey, I saw you in my stream a while back. Hope you're doing good. I'm just doing some C++ review of like vectors, and then I'm going to try and do some leak code, maybe. But I also want to continue working on my OpenGL project. So, yeah, right now I'm just doing like a basic overview. Yes, I've been there more than 7 months. Yeah, it's pretty. I like her channel. It's pretty cool. So, let's see. We have, I guess we have capacity, iterators, element access, so we'll start with modifiers. So we have pushback, clear, which clears vector. I'm sloting my C++ fundamentals. That's awesome. Yeah, good for you. I'm trying to do the same. So nums.clear. And then our next one would be insert, which inserts elements. So nums.insert. And I think for this one we have an iterator, so let's see. Inserts a copy of value before position. So we could do something like set a begin variable. So we could do nums.begin, or we could just say auto begin, which I'm pretty sure it would be stood iterator begin equals nums.begin. And then we could do begin, and then we can say we want to insert, maybe we can say we insert 3 or something. That might be wrong. Let me look. Might be better to just do auto. I do not want to jump on Vulkan before my lack of C++ knowledge. That's fair, man. I think Vulkan will be definitely in my future, but I'm sticking with OpenGL to start just because it's way more beginner friendly for sure. So must be an L value. Insert, let's see. So it uses a position. Accept an iterator defining the insertion point. So vec.insert vec.begin. Okay, so we could do, we don't need to have a begin variable. We could just do nums.begin. Actually, we'll do nums.end so that we're just continuing to add stuff to the end. And we'll do 8. Let's see. Insert a single element at index 1. Yeah, that's good. So now if we let's see. Could be that I'm 6. It's going up to 6. Let's try. It's not inserting 8 at all. So insert should take our iterator. I'll try what it has here. Bus error. I've never seen that. After numbs cleared the... Oh! Okay, so that makes sense. We want to do clear probably at the end. But we don't really need clear actually at the moment. Alright, let's try that. And then we just want to display that after. Okay, so it does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay. And we can just change this to 7 so it's accurate. Okay, perfect. Makes sense, makes sense. Now let's see. Pushback would just also do that, so perfect. And now what we have next, insert a range of elements. Oh, it looks like it's C++ 23, which, let me go to my, Sorry, didn't see your live roast chicken. Hey, I'm doing good, man. On Twitch today, it's Roast Paul. Oh, awesome. Good to see you here. I'm just trying to figure out how to change the C++ version. Oh, here we go. I think we'll do 23 and see if that works. There we go, insert range. It takes an iterator, and it takes a range, so we do I don't know, what would a range look like? We could do like so let's try that and see if this works. Settings won't change anything. The compile flags, whatever. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so I'm guessing G++, since that's what I'm using. Yeah. G++, minus stud equals 23. Oh. Wait. G++, oops. You going to do OpenGL stuff today? I think so, yeah. I'm missing input files, so command line will look for G++ stud equals C++ 23 main.cpp. Oh, okay. Oh, we just have to define. Gotcha. Do we have to do that every time now, though? Is my question. I mean, it's not a big deal. I guess, yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, and then we insert 1, 2, 3 in our range, because our range is 1, 2, 3, and that's at the begin. Interesting. Okay, so it basically just adds 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we could do 1, 2, 3 like 10, 11, 12 to have it more distinguishable. Yeah, so 10, 11, 12, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gotcha. Okay. Thank you for the help, CPT Chica. Or Captain Chica, I'm guessing is your name. But yeah, Bros Polo, I am gonna do some OpenGL today. I'm just doing some practice right now on vectors, just because I figured it's good to get practice with how stuff works. And yeah. Mplace. I've never heard of Mplace. Constructs element in place. Interesting. Mplace. It takes an iterator, so I'll do end. Let's see what else it takes. Yeah, compilers default to 17. Because it's C standard that comes after C++ 14, which is the latest supported C++ standard. No, that makes sense. Yeah, I always forget that, like, I'm so used to using, like, make and stuff that I forget when I'm just compiling from the command line. I gotta define the flags. Okay, so let's see. Inserts a new element into the container directly before position. The element is constructed through allocator traits construct, which typically uses new placement to construct the element in place at a location provided by the container. However, if the required location has been occupied by an existing element, the inserted element is constructed at another location. Okay, so we got... I guess we could do like 20. So it just does it at the end, it looks like. Well, actually, because I just specified it, but it basically just constructs an element in place. I'm guessing that is useful when we're constructing different objects and not just like using like numbers and stuff, which I'm just using numbers right now to test. Okay, next is erase. Which erases elements. So we would do nums.erase, and then this takes an allocator, it takes an iterator. So we could maybe do like nums.begin plus 1, and then I'm guessing this maybe deletes a number of elements. Let's see. And place is also only method allowing you to automatically get reference to a constructed object. Also only method allowing you to automatically get a reference to a constructed object. Interesting. Okay. I think I understand what you're saying. Let's look at erase again. Rooms the element at the position, rooms the elements in range first and last. So I'm curious if erase, if we have to do nums.begin, nums.end. Let's see. So we have our vector erase c.begin. Oh, it just takes an iterator. Okay. So it just deletes the first, it deletes, basically, it just takes an iterator to delete or erase the element. That's pretty useful. That's not too bad, not too bad. Okay, and place back, or push back, which we have right here. And place back. You can also do auto object equals vector dot in place, or auto object equals vector dot in place back, and the return type is always guaranteed to be type of reference type T end. So is type T, is that template? I might be wrong. I would love a clarification on that, because if it's returning, is type T just returning the reference to that? I guess that object, maybe. Yeah, since it's a method on a templated class, type T is the same as type T passed as in template parameter in the vector class. Okay, I think that makes sense. This is where C++ gets complicated for me, is keeping track of templates and stuff. But I feel like I'll get the hang of it. Okay, so in place back takes. Let's see. It constructs an element in place at the end. So, I'm guessing we don't need to pass an iterator then? Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. Oh, that's right, yeah. So in place back just constructs the object. It's good to know, good to know. Links allowed in chat? I think so, yeah, you should be fine. Also, if you guys are new here, feel free to sub and also join the Discord. I'll put that in the chat really quick. If you guys are new here. There we go. Okay, so in place back is that, and then we have append range. Append range adds a range of elements to the end. So nums.append range, and then we could just use the same range, I'm guessing. Oh wait, now we're not using reference. Yeah, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Makes sense, makes sense. So that just appends that range. We have pop back, which is basically just like a race, but element removes the last element. So this would just be nums dot pop back. Yeah, so that just basically is like a race, but it just simply takes the end. And then resize. Changes the number of elements stored. So we do nums dot resize. And I'm guessing this would be like, we allocate a new, I'm wondering though, if we like, let's say we want to resize it to like 5 instead of, like I'm curious if it'll just delete everything. Oh, it does, okay. So it basically just, but if we did it to like 20, oh, it just replaces it with 0. Okay. Interesting, interesting. That's good to know. Hey, how's it going, Robo Sword Codes? Welcome to the stream. Right now we're just doing some C++ like data structure review. So I'm just doing a little bit of review on the different methods for vectors right now. Hopefully you guys can see the terminal and everything, or the IDE. Okay. So resize changes the number of elements stored, and swap swaps the contents. So if we want to do nums dot swap, and I'm guessing it takes, well, I guess we could do nums dot begin and nums dot end, maybe, like swap the beginning and the end. Oh, maybe it just takes, let's see. Nice, I would like to watch that. Yeah, we can, awesome. Swap swaps 2 vectors. Oh, gotcha. Of 2 vectors. Thank you for all the help. I've done this stuff, but it's been like so long that this is why I'm doing the review. So we can do another vector of like int and then we can just call it nums2, and we can do like 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So let's see. And then I'm guessing we just take nums2. Gotcha. Okay, so let's look at that. Let's look at that. So let me clear this. So it just takes every element and then just swaps it completely. That's cool. Okay, that's a good little review on modifiers, which is good. So what I'll do is I'll just put this up here, modifiers. Okay, that's a good little function to hold our modifiers. We're not going to use them right now, obviously. It's just somewhere to hold it. Okay, so also, dude, we got to 250. Awesome, guys. Thank you guys for everything. Let's see what's next. So we got our modifiers. Let's do our capacity. So we can just take at my job, I had to implement C and C++ runtimes along with their respective std libs. So I can take a bit of liberty and say that I kind of know those documents by heart. That's awesome. Yeah, I did do all of the data structures from scratch in C++, but it's been a couple months, so that's why I'm like, I know some better than others, but I totally, why am I opening Xcode? I totally get that. I think doing the std implementations from scratch is a smart idea. And I'll probably end up doing it again, just for practice. So we just do nums.empty. Let's see. Empty checks whether the container is empty. Empty. So I guess this would be yeah, so this will just tell us if it has elements. If you're planning to do map/set related stuff today, I will wait until that to drop a bit of a hot take. I don't think I'm gonna just stick to vectors today, and then I'm gonna try and just do like one per day. I think I remember what I did with binary search trees and I remember it was pretty difficult because you had to use an iterator class essentially, and then we had to use like some of these data structures have multiple data structures within them, so it's like kind of bothersome in some ways, but it's a good way to learn. Let's see. Size. But feel free to drop your hot take whenever. Returns the number of elements. So, then we have max size. Vector is really easy, which is nice. But it's interesting seeing all these new additions that I haven't touched yet, like different methods. Returns the maximum possible of elements. So, hey, sorry for not saying much, just working on some little project. No worries, man. No worries. That's what I'm doing too. I just graduated. Well, I finished my bachelor's today. That's why I'm like just doing some practice now because it's fun. So our max size is interesting. So that's just the max number. I'm guessing that's a 32. I might be wrong. Let me look at this. Let's see. Maps and sets are a real mess in standard unless they're unordered map or set. Because by definition, maps and sets have lookup time of O of 1. But if you assumed that in C++, you'd be very wrong. They are tries by default, and in most cases meaning that they are a tree, like giving you a lookup time of O of n. Yeah, I know that. I'm pretty sure I remember that a lot of C++ implementations use a ton of trees. So I'm guessing max size just returns the number of... Is it the number of bytes? Can someone correct me? I guess it's depending on library implementation. Returns the number of elements. It's constant. Okay, so max size, reserve. I've heard reserve is really useful. I've yet to use it. Reserve storage. So I'm guessing you do nums.reserve. Does it take any parameters? What does it take? It takes a size. Oh, it takes a size t. Increase the capacity of the vector. Without requiring reallocation. Reserve does not change the size of the vector. MSVC, I think, also uses that, but I have heard that some older versions of Microsoft SQL that might actually be closed sourced actually use rope DS. Okay. Interesting. So I'm guessing... So this is where const expr I think would come in. Is if we want to set a specific at compile time. Let's see. Bro, can you tell me that if I need to learn React Native, then what language should I learn for React Native? I don't do React. I think React Native is, I believe that's for cross compatibility for mobile. So I'm guessing you'd use JavaScript or TypeScript. So that's what otherwise look it up, maybe. Like look up what you would need to learn for that. Because I'm only decent with C++. And I say decent, like I can make my way through it, but capacity returns the number of elements that can be held in the currently allocated storage. So nums.capacity. So we probably just do I will say, after just getting into the groove of coding like every day, things have been going way faster, which is actually really nice. Okay, so capacity of nums is 32 because we reserved it to 32 as well. That's great. That makes sense. And then shrink to fit. Shrink to fit reduces memory usage by freeing unused memory. So I'm guessing you do shrink to fit at the end of the loop or whatever you're iterating through, maybe. So I'm wondering if we did shrink to fit after, if we did it like right before our capacity. Yeah, so it just only shrinks it to to fit the number of elements in our actual array or vector. So that's good to know, actually. So if we reserve a size, but we don't need to use all of it, or end up using all of that size, we can shrink to fit to make that work. That's good to know, yeah. Also, I need to do okay. Capacity. let me check something. I might take a break soon. Let me go check on things with my wife. Okay, so I think that's we did our modifiers, our capacity. Next would be our element access. We'd have our member functions, or I mean our constructor, destructor, assignment, and our iterators, of course. But I mean, the biggest ones we'll use are our modifiers and our capacity, at least for like neat code, I think. So yeah, we'll come back to that once I feel up for it. Oh yeah, so you guys, if you guys are new here, I'm learning OpenGL right now. That's not what I wanted to do. And right now we got like a solar system type of program. So we got a sun in the middle, and we basically want to get all of these different planets that I made. I just did the pixel art for it. I want to make a solar system in OpenGL. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the stream where we're at. And I'm going to take a break, and I'll come back in a little bit probably. But I'm going to go spend some time with my family. We got a little bit done today, which is great, obviously. If you guys are new here, please sub, and I would be happy to help you guys if you have questions. Join the Discord as well, and ask questions there. And I'll probably be back on doing some OpenGL in a little bit, but I'm going to take a little break and come back and just go take care of a few things first. So, hope that sounds good to you guys. OpenGL's been great too, so I'm excited to jump more into it. But yeah, I'll be back. Hope to see you guys in the next stream. It could be tonight. I don't know yet, but either way, we got a good hour in of practice. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for being here.